So I was in Da Nang for 6 months and now I'm in Bangkok for 1 month, and so far I'm actually loving it here. But the thing that I've been most excited about coming to Bangkok is that I get to meet an entirely new version of me, and I've been thinking a lot about who I want that person to be, and I think I want my time in Bangkok to be defined by a version of me that is done with excuses. And what I mean by that is the place where I'm staying in Bangkok is one of those proper condos where it's got a gym and a pool and a co-working space, and there's been times in my life where I've made excuses for why I can't go to the gym because it's too far away, or why I can't go to the co-working space because it's too hot in Vietnam sometimes, and all of those excuses have basically been made void. If I don't achieve my goals here, then I only have myself to blame, which is kind of scary but also motivating at the same time. So that's why I wanted to film this vlog. Basically like a week in my life with no excuses in Bangkok. So yeah, wish me luck. I'll also show you some cool stuff. I mean, I say cool. It's literally just my life, isn't it? Like, yeah, I hope you enjoy and let's do it. The exciting thing about a new city is that you get to rediscover like lots of new places and also, you know, build new associations with different things. So I'm going to a coffee shop that probably isn't actually that great for working, but it looks really cute. It's a coffee shop that I want to go to and I have free will and get to do it. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, let's go. I'm still, like I say, not very used to speaking on camera, and especially in like coffee shops and stuff where there's other people, especially other Westerners. I'm always a bit like, oh, I don't know about this, but it's nice because like I feel like I'm actually reframing my thoughts, like in a situation like that where I could be like, oh, everyone's looking at me, even in comparison to like last time I filmed a video. Last time I was like, oh, they're all looking at me, or they think I'm like a, you know, one of those YouTuber people. This time, like the thoughts that were going through my brain were more like, I deserve to exist and document my experience existing. And, you know, people aren't focusing on me, they're focusing on themselves. I think just in general, it's nice to feel myself sort of like lightening up in that way and not be too worried about what other people think. Especially because Bangkok's such a big city, like I feel like you blend in more. This city has an anonymity to it where I feel comfortable because I'm not being observed as much, or at least I don't think I am. Also, the locals are very sweet. All those boys were like, oh, can we pose to the camera and saying hello and stuff, so that was nice. I don't really like this. Seems like an accident waiting to happen, but I'm just on my way home now. These stairs literally always kill me. Oh. Good morning. Well, I say good morning. It was literally sunny a second ago and now it's like clouded over. But anyway, I've had quite a nice morning, just like journaling and reading, and there's actually one other thing that I really want to do, but it's something that I don't really know much about, and it's called EFT tapping, I believe. I don't actually know anything about this, but like you, I think, either say affirmations or work through an emotion while like tapping on different like points of your face that are useful in some way. And I've said for so long now that I really want to get into meditating, but I think in a way just sitting in silence and sort of like processing emotions that way doesn't really help me. I more want to reprogram my mind, and I don't know, it just seems interesting, but I don't know anything about it. I don't know how scientifically sound it is. Again, my Bangkok era is all about not making excuses, and I really want to take responsibility for my emotions. Working through that and recognizing that is a really big step towards like the next level of personal growth that I want to reach. So what is my excuse exactly? Yeah, hopefully it works. It'd be really good if it did, but I'm skeptical. I don't know. We'll see.
Has been this technique, which this video is all about, called emotional freedom technique, otherwise known as tapping, or we call it EFT.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Like, I think I enjoyed that. I've done a couple of rounds of it, and the first and second time I was still like getting into it. So I'm trying to like memorize all the steps and stuff. But the third and the fourth time that I did it, I did get like a little bit of like a shiver, or like the hair stood up on the back of my neck, and I did actually feel a lot more relaxed afterwards. So at the very least, it's a great mindfulness practice. If your mind's racing, focusing your thoughts on different parts of your body, sort of like guiding the energy outward and not letting it all just like fester in your head. So that's really cool, and I think I like it. I think I'm gonna try and use it. But that's basically everything that I wanted to do this morning. I actually need to get some work done today, and I've got a couple of things on my to-do list. So I'm gonna get ready and then go to the co-working space. What I like about Bangkok is that it's a bit rough around the edges. To me, it's a city where you don't have to be perfect, because the city itself isn't perfect. It's got really beautiful and really presentable sides, but it's also got more messy, colourful, vibrant sides. And to me, that contrast and that duality is just such a nice metaphor for the fact that we as people have light sides that we'd rather present to the world, and we have dark sides. Those are the sides that are just trying to survive. But those are the parts where the personality is, and those are the parts that aren't just like everybody else. The fact that we have this big contrast within all of us, that is the essence of what it means to be a human. And I think that's why people like Bangkok, because it has personality. When I look out into the skyline, it is my favourite part of the apartment that I'm staying in for that reason, because you can see the amazing, like, you know, city skyline, but also right in front of my building is a lot of like local housing. A lot of locals live here, and I can see down into the streets and see people just, you know, living and going about their daily lives. It's all just such a culmination of so many people and so many experiences that it has an energy about it that is very accepting. Is this too philosophical to talk about the view from my apartment? I have no idea, but yeah. I feel like low-key it's always a big win when the gym's empty. So I'm about 12 minutes, 13 minutes into this walk, and I've just been thinking, like, I think I find myself in this frame of mind where everything needs to be efficient and everything needs to be quick, and I find myself like optimizing time from like, oh, I need to get out quicker, and I need to, you know, start doing work quicker, or I need to somehow manage to cut this workout down. Obviously having time is important, But getting on the treadmill every single morning for an hour is just an hour. When it's things that are just for you, like going to the gym or just going for a walk or reading a book, like, you are worth that time. It's not wasted time if you're pouring into yourself. So whenever I get a little bit antsy about time, I'm like, I right now have all of my time free. So why am I trying to stuff everything into like half of a day when I could actually just be enjoying it? And also, like, I think it puts a lot less pressure on my nervous system that way as well, because I'm not always looking to just get to the next thing. I can actually just enjoy the process and enjoy where I'm at. So yeah, I've got like 45 minutes left in this gym session, but I'm just enjoying it as me time, really. Another amazing benefit of being in Bangkok is that there's a lot of grocery stores, which I'm really excited about. So I'm gonna make some soup and I'm gonna make some breakfast and I'm gonna meal prep it for the week. It's like a proper cooking show. Hi, welcome back. No, okay, just obviously I can't just sit here and eat in silence, so.
Where it would be shameless.
Perfect.
Decent videos. It's a 10 years old this time, right? So
Gotta make sure there's nothing in my teeth, otherwise that'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It's gone pretty dark outside. I was gonna go out, maybe I still will, but I need to get a shower and get ready, and like, again, like, I'm trying to not rush, like, I'm trying not to be like bam 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 bam, gotta do loads of stuff. It's just an imagined pressure as well. Like, I've just made up the fact that I should try and get out for this time. Like, I literally just made that up in my brain, and now all of a sudden I have to be under pressure and hurry and whatever. Like, I just don't need to rush. And I should just enjoy the fact that I don't need to rush, because one day I will have to rush again, and I'll be really annoyed about it. I'm going out tonight, so I need to figure out what outfit I'm gonna wear. Good job. Good morning. So, I went out last night, we had an amazing time. We went to a drag bar, and we just ended up like drinking and dancing, and just in general having a really good time. The show was amazing, the drinks were really good, and we just had a really, really good night. So this morning I'm definitely feeling that, so I'm having a bit of a self-care day, and the pool in the place that I'm in is beautiful and it's got such an amazing view over the sea, so I'm just gonna have like a nice self-care morning. I feel like when you're in a hot climate it's easy to forget that you still actually need to go and get some sun. I love the sun and got my sun cream on for anyone wondering, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do until the sun goes in, which I'm sure will be soon because it's still rainy season in Thailand. So being a YouTuber is so unserious sometimes. Sometimes I wish I had a second camera just to show you all the things that I do with this camera to get the other angles that I get. Sorry. I feel like I've not really gotten used to the fact that I'm living in Bangkok right now. I suppose because I'm only here for a month, it doesn't feel like this is like, ooh, this is my life now for the foreseeable, because it's not. And I don't even know what my life's gonna look like in the next place and the place after that. And hopefully someday we will come back to Bangkok, because I'm I don't know, I like who I am in Bangkok. In Da Nang I felt like there was a big cognitive dissonance between who I wanted to be and how I acted. There's been a couple of scenarios here where I've acted in a way that's been consistent with who I want to be. Where I've been like, damn, I'm really proud of myself for how I handled that, and for how I'm reprogramming my mind. Like EFT tapping has been a really big part of that. Like I've only just got into it and I'm like trying to practice doing it more, but it really works for me, and it's been so helpful, and it's been so exciting that I have something that actually works. It feels good. It feels good. I feel like I'm not smiling right now, but it's because I'm cold actually. It's fucking freezing in this pool. But yeah, I am very happy here. It feels nice to know that I am actually growing and I am learning and I am doing stuff. I'm doing the things that I set out to do, not only in like a work sense, but in like a personal growth sense as well. And that's really what Bangkok feels like, is like I'm growing into this version of me, which is super exciting. So I also want to be a more tanned version of me though, so I need to get on that now. So it's the end of the week, and I feel like I've done pretty well with not making excuses for myself, but I've also been reflecting on why we make excuses. The biggest realization I've had this week is that a lot of the like little excuses that we make come from a need for safety. And what I mean by that is being who we are in this very moment is the safest thing that our subconscious can feel, because everything is known, right? There's all of these things that I want to do that I've been making excuses for me to truly be the person that I want to be. But there's also a fear of who I am on the other side of that. Who is that person? I don't know her. I don't know what her life looks like. So if I was exactly the person I wanted to be, how would things change? Whether it's better or worse, really, it being different is something that I think deep down we're all mentally blocked to some degree or another. It's just an unknown that can keep you small sometimes, but I think being aware of the ways in which you're scared of being better is probably quite helpful. We can still be safe if we change. Things change all the time, and we can train our brain into believing that we're still gonna be okay either way. So yeah, this is my second ever vlog, and I've spent the last month basking in the glory of posting my first ever one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye-bye. No, I can't say bye like that. Bye.